I woke up, I wasn't feeling great, I just couldn't go back to bed. So what did I do? I broke out MTGA. Now I've been playing this deck for about a day now on play, just practice games, right? And I made 0 misplays every single match. But I guess if I'm this tired, I just can't handle myself properly in a Magic aggro match. Energy, I've always shied away from it. Energy is for the losers. The fact that they let you play Energy in Historic is so dumb. With the addition of Chain Lightning to Historic, it makes anything red even better. In this case, it gives the Energy package really, really nice removal. So now we can round this package out with 8 amazing removal cards: Fatal Push and Chain Lightning. Now, as you know, I like running 10 to 12 1-drops. That's cards you can play on the first turn, not like removal, etc. And then in the 2-drop package, you got some of the strongest cards in the entire game: Ajani Pride Mage and Amped Raptor. Both of those cards go crazy in this deck. Honestly, I just like the other cards for fun. 2 Goblin Bombardment seems right. 1 Peddler, 1 Nightmare, 1 Waystone, 1 Pride. I don't know, I'm just trying to have fun with the deck. One thing I was hoping to get in my clips today, which I don't think I did, was Guide of Souls into Amped Raptor. Amped Raptor, now you've got 3 energy, it rolls into a Barrowgoyf. Barrowgoyf is one of the best cards in the entire game, and because it pairs so well with Guide of Souls, we've got Mardu Energy Goyf. We're running 22 lands, and I'm super tired. I got no sleep. I'm running on fumes. Nearly every game, we made boneheaded misplays. Even simple things like blocking with a cat to flip a Johnny we couldn't do. So just thinking about my gameplay, I decided to call it right there. So if you're a fan of broken decks and want to play awesome tech cards, maybe give this list a try. Let's check it out. Alright, I don't know if I'm ready for this, guys. I won a lot of these matches. Okay, I climbed pretty good. It says 873 here. No, we were lower than that. We were like 1100. It's a glitch. And you'll see after this game what I'm talking about. But I could not play today. First of all, we're running 12 1-drops. No 1-drop. We should probably mulligan, but we don't. Amped Raptor, best card in the game. Well, that gives us something to, that gives us something to do this turn. Amped Raptor rolls into a turn inside out. Double haste with Arena of Glory. Red Fling. Ooh. So we top deck the Amped Raptor. The Amped Raptor. Okay. Guide of Souls. Pretty good. Slick Shot comes down. They've got Monstrous Rage. Probably should do the math here. So 2, 2, 3. That's 7. And we're down to 2. Okay. So we roll into the Chain Lightning. He's tapped out. We're not even doing simple math at this point. But we have him 2 different ways, fortunately. Even now, we barely see the win. Look how slow we're moving. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you don't want to see someone get insanely fortunate by never being punished by their misplays, I mean that's what this is. But you see, 1058, 1058, but it showed 800 something in the bottom left. So, all right, playing 223 guy. He's on Eldrazi. He has turn 1 Chalice of the Void. So, I'm not going to waste your time. There's no way we win this. Half our deck is 1 mana cards, so I'm going to speed it up, give you an idea of what it looks like to try to play into Chalice of the Void. He sits here, thinks about it. Top player decides that Ajani's better than Barrowgoyf. So now he murks all of our stuff. And funny enough, I missed this play as well. I can play Chain Lightning in Fatal Push, and that'll put more cards in the graveyard. But yeah, just all of our cards are 1-drops. So into the next battle, we go to 5. And we still don't find a 1-drop. I'm super tilted from the last game. Yeah, I sped up a lot of these matches. I wasn't exactly sure how they would play. This is the first time doing it, and I didn't like watch it beforehand, so. Alright, so we come out. We can Barrowgoyf here, but I want to get that Strict Proctor off the battlefield. Amp Raptor's super strong. Even on a multi 5. And then our Amp Raptor only rolled into another Amp Raptor, so he's got a board wipe. We got to restart with no cards in hand. No black mana for Barrowgoyf. Multi 5. We didn't even hit our colors. Yeah, I don't know what Control is doing. He's not doing anything, though. He must just have all 4 mana cards. His hand is as bad as ours.
Nothing is more important than family.
Fragment comes out. The guy bricks again. That sucks. Alright, next battle. We are versus Reanimator Ultimatum. Basically, our only way to beat this deck is to either have them brick or us have, like, Thoughtseize or Juggernaut Peddler. It's a pretty big weakness of this deck. So he's got Conspiracy Unraveler. That usually means you win. but he just doesn't have any cards in hand, I guess, that he needs to cast. So the dude Scholars grabs Breach, bricks on his end. And all it gives him from me is Nether Goyf. Double Chain Lightning, that's what we needed. So we start doing some math here. We can kill both Unraveler and Nether Goyf. And then we'll gain health off of the Barrowgoyf, and hopefully we'll be able to energy battle back from having them have just like a 5/5 on its own. And there is an off chance that he finds something here. Like looting's good, he can find Persist again. Barrowgoyf with Mobilize too. Alright, so he's got the Unraveler. He just needs to find a good card in hand, and he doesn't have it. So here we go for the Raptor, so we can try to roll into something amazing. Not too bad.
To the hunt.
So we attack with Barrowgoyf. We can give him Flying. 7/8, so they would need to double block. Down to 6, Death doesn't work anymore. We mill a bunch of cards and find Juggernaut Peddler or Amped Raptor. Realistically, what he has in his hand isn't good, or he would have played it. So we grab the Raptor. Raptor floats into another Raptor, so now we're gaining some life at least. I don't know. Does he have it? Not this time. Alright, into the next battle. They go first. My favorite line with this deck, Guide of Souls into Amped Raptor, because if you roll into a Barrowgoyf, or even a Swiftspear's Teaching, like with Goyf in hand. Oh yeah. A lot of land though, look at that. 5 land, 6 cards. I suppose you gotta count Teachings. So I'm sure this game is where my fatigue starts to kick in. My mental fatigue. So we've got Barrowgoyf with haste. And for some reason we play the Goblin Bombardment, which doesn't make any sense. I guess keeping him off 1 extra mana, kind of a big deal. Okay, so he double kills my BS. Barrowgoyf with haste feels really good right here, but instead I Guide of Souls with haste. Then Barrowgoyf after for the extra energy and health. It's so bad. It's so dumb. Alright, Null Drifter. So we've got Chain Lightning. Oh, here's another misplay. I remember this one as well. So you attack with both Amped Raptor and Barrowgoyf. So So if he decides to chump block with Null Drifter, you have Chain Lightning. It's just free damage. And it's a chance for him to, you know, make a desperate block. And I realize I'm a potato. And I kill the battle mage instead. Nonsense. Alright, Thoughtseize. So, we actually have lethal now. I'm just starting to do the math. But if you look, 6 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 9 damage. So it forces him to block the Barrowgoyf. But Veros is tired as well. And does not see. Alright, we're having a really tough time of it. I'm making misplays that I would normally just concede over, but I've got no mental acuity right now. Rolling with the punches. We're gonna try again. Guide of Souls, Amped Raptor. Oh, he's an equipment deck. So he's a mulliganed equipment deck. So pretty important we steal his equipment out of his hand. Peddler coming in clutch. So we're gonna grab some health here, get some Guide of Souls out there. So we're at a pretty high, health total. I'm fine with this. But he double drops equipment and gets trample. Ooh, we're super low, but with 3 Guide of Souls and OC Lot Pride, it is tempting to jam a Johnny to get the guaranteed flip block. But I do the counting, and I realize we have City's Blessing this turn, which is huge. Alright, so now we can actually just send everyone. And then, you know, maybe keep one or two back for blocks. Like Juggernaut is a free blocker. We're creating blockers. Yeah, we send everyone there. We should send everyone. There's no reason not to. $22 health. If he's got another hammer thing, that's a little bit sad, right? Nice. Okay, so now Pride Mate comes out. We've got City's Blessing, so double the tokens. And we've got 14 energy with 3 Guide of Souls. So we can give 3 dudes flying. So basically what you should do is give Guide of Souls all flying and attack with all the non-tokens, right? But we give flying to the Juggernaut Peddler for some reason. Now energy's doing broken energy things. even with that misplay. So now, at the very least, you block with one cat. But I decided to think about blocking just damage, and I'm like, well, when a Johnny flips, I'll have so much damage because I have so many freaking creatures. But I forget to block with at least one. So he has the second hammer. He goes up to be a 22-22. He's at 34 health. So we blow up his Mystic, right? Like, playing the Wellspring represents, some power, but... Anyways, this has got to be the last battle. Our rating's looking pretty fresh right now. We've got Thoughtseize or Swift Spear. I always like Thoughtseize turn 1. And it's versus Reanimate Ultimatum again. You take Persist, best card in their deck. Right into an Amped Raptor. Hasty Barrowgoyf coming down. So we've got Swift Spear's teaching. You do the Barrowgoyf. You just do, right? You go Barrowgoyf here. No questions. But I take Guide of Souls like a potato. My thought was, well, Barrowgoyf doesn't have haste, so there's no reason. I'll just play Guide of Souls and Ajani and Lightning Bolt. Doesn't matter. He tries to find it, doesn't find it. Well, that's the clip, guys. I went 6-1 today despite misplaying in every single match. When I was first getting into MTGA and I made 2 accounts to try to get extra cards out of the daily reward systems, I made a free-to-play burn deck and I played every day for weeks and weeks, and finally I had enough wild cards to craft Boros Energy, and that was my first S tier deck on my Smurf account. It was super meta, it was super easy to run, and honestly, it was the most boring time I've ever had playing Magic cards. I've hated Energy ever since, but with the addition of Barrowgoyf and running a bunch of fun tech cards in the deck, I don't know, it's a pretty good time. If you don't already have the cards for Energy, I probably wouldn't recommend building this one, just because, Energy sucks. Thanks for watching.